A long time ago, in a galaxy far, far away.
Well, yesterday some happy developments occurred. Gina Carano was announced in Deadline, and then I think Variety picked up the story. She has a project she's working on about the character Logan Rain, who plays a legal secretary by day and is a vigilante by night. You know, kind of a superhero motif there. No one has bought the project yet. There is no network or studio like Warner Brothers or Disney attached, but there it is. And Cameron was talking last night about what this means, and what I think it means is that Hollywood now knows that it's okay to hire her again, that the lawsuit is over, they settled, and you want to make money. Gina's probably the right person to hire for your project. You got to remember, my belief is Star Wars really didn't hit the skids until she was unceremoniously fired for absolutely doing nothing. And she made so much money for Disney through merchandising. She still gets fired and bullied and discriminated against. This is not what happened to Jimmy Kimmel. Jimmy Kimmel knew that he was the next to go, I think, in the late night talk show ratings disaster, that he didn't play to a large enough audience to fill a college football stadium. That's how bad his audience ratings were. No one watched him. So he goes out there, shoots his mouth off, says something really vile, evil even, and Sinclair Broadcasting decides, okay, we're going to disassociate ourselves with the Late Show, take it off the air until they do something about it. And in my opinion, it looked to me like ABC and Disney were just waiting for this to happen so they could deal with them, right? So different from what happened to Gina. Anyway, back to Gina. So she's got this role, and it's a role that suits her. Again, Logan Rain is a character that is a legal secretary by day and a crime-fighting vigilante at night in Las Vegas, which is her hometown. So she gets to be in the areas that she knows, and do a TV show. Again, nobody has stepped up to buy it yet, but the selling point might just be Gina. Okay, so what does it mean for Star Wars? Well, we know the Sparrow rumor is she's already been back or is coming back to film pickups, and I believe it. She had been saying things, months ago, that basically saying she was trying to get back into shape so she could continue her work. And, I think that had everything to do not with Logan Rain, but with Star Wars, with Cara Dune. And of course, as we see what the last part of Disney's press release was, we look forward to working with Ms. Carano on a wide range of projects, Star Wars, and other things. So she's being looked at for Marvel too. And I'm going to say this, with Doomsday, what it looks like wiping out everything that came after Endgame, according to Doomcock, there might be a good reason why Pedro Pascal is not happy. But let's talk more about this because it's fun.
Going to hell. I take it back. You're not unprofessional. You're a freaking loon.
5 seconds. Come on, Roz, hurry up. I want to get out of here before her trainer shows up with a bucket of live mice for her pre-show feeding.
Now, according to one of Cameron's new leakers, it's a Marvel dude, Pedro Pascal is not happy with the idea of his, quote, friend, quote, Gina Carano showing up in Marvel, which makes sense considering that they're completely on the opposite ends of the political spectrum. And to be honest, Gina is not even that conservative. She's what I would consider a moderate, right? So that's where we're at. The left demonizes everybody who does not agree with them 100%, whatever that means. The problem that I think Pedro faces, and I think there is some truth to Doomcock's rumor that Marvel is getting ready to erase everything that happened after Endgame with Doomsday, is that he sees the Fantastic Four being erased. And that probably, he looks at Gina and thinks like she's probably like the part of the package of erasing his work. Who cares? Same thing with Kathleen Kennedy. Kennedy was the one that set Lucasfilm's yapping hyenas, the flying monkeys like Pablo Hidalgo, etc., who, by the way, I put a post up. Yes, he pulled a Jimmy Kimmel about the Charlie Kirk assassination. That guy, motherfucker, needs to be fired. I don't care anymore. Get him off. Get him out of there. Anyway, Kathleen Kennedy probably is not happy about any of these developments because she really did her best to ruin Gina Carano's career when she blew the anti-Semitic dog whistle, which, you know, I'm a college graduate. I studied this stuff, and there was nothing anti-Semitic about anything that Gina posted, but for the picture, which, you know, these guys are really highly, I would say highly trained in propaganda. Okay, so this is where we're at. And as most propaganda wars, the bad guys lose and they've lost. And it was pretty obvious that the lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm was going to be successful, which you'd have to be a retarded gremlin not to understand that. And now Gina's back, and you know, she's got projects within the industry, not on the outside, with Daily Wire and Breitbart.com. And it looks to me that, you know, if it's not actual payback, it's basically what comes around goes around. You can only bully people for so long. You can only discriminate for so long, and then you'll lose. You'll lose the narrative, and you'll lose your ability to do that anymore. Now, that being said, I think the person who started the Fire Gina Carano hashtag, which would be Pablo Hidalgo, he's still at Lucasfilm from what we can tell. My Spies on Blue Skies send me things he posts, and as you noticed by the posts that he made about Charlie Kirk, he took the Jimmy Kimmel line. And he is absolutely the most vile human being, literally, I think, that has ever lived. I have absolutely no charity for this guy. And Kennedy can't leave fast enough so we can see him leave too. because she is the only reason why he has a job. He's up in Canada for what? A vacation? No, it's busy work. He doesn't have anything to do. He doesn't have anything to do. But he's still there because Kennedy's there, and they haven't gotten around to saying, you know, here's your 3 months' pay, and here's your separation papers. We're going in a different direction. Sorry, bye, get the hell out of here. They don't have the guts enough to do that yet. But Gina won, and I think that's got to be the biggest thing that pisses him off the most, right? This has got to be the biggest thing that pisses him off the most. This is Steph signing out. See you around the galaxy.